Hello YouTube, it is Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we're going to take a look at some Spark or Sparky or Spark or whatever it is, Spark model. Sparky, there's Sparky, there's Spark, there's Sparky, that's Sparky too, I guess, I don't know. So these are from various, like, I guess, eras of Spark model or Sparky model or whatever. This would be the newest one, and we will take a look at that probably last. We'll take a peek at that, but this is what you'll find now. Sparkmodel.com. Sparky, these are, I think they changed ownership. I think that was the deal, something like that. They're produced by Minimax Import and Export, and this is Toy East, I guess. I think owns them now. I think they sold or something like that. I don't really know the history, but we're going to take a look. Most of the time, what they do is race cars. So, but they do have this here, this Porsche that we're going to take a look at. That's pretty exciting as well. All right, so generally pricing, they're usually around 20 bucks a car, something like that, depending. Yeah, so that's what to kind of expect with them. We're going to start actually with this McLaren 720S GT3 2019. This is a carded Sparky model. They're kind of an interesting brand, is they don't put out stuff too frequently, but I think that's kind of going to change here. I think they're going to start putting out stuff a little bit more frequent. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we're just going to look at some Spark models today, I guess. I don't really know a ton about them. Cutting this one open. And popping it out of the package. There it is right there. One thing I do really like, and hopefully they retained this for those box packages, they have this little keyed bottom piece that you can take the car off without a screwdriver, which is really neat. I'll show you that in a second. This is McLaren 720S GT3 2019. Looks pretty awesome. So this is a GT3 car from 2019, and we're going to go ahead and twist this off, hopefully. I say this is awesome, and then, oh, there you go. You have to turn it clockwise to remove the car, which is a little bit counterintuitive. It does roll. It's got a plastic base, rubber tires, and a heck of a lot of detail. That looks pretty darn good. Separate pieces for the wing in the back, the mirrors. The mirrors have sort of a, not a reflective sticker, but they're painted silver. And overall, it's a pretty nice little model in orange and blue. I don't mind it at all. I think it's pretty sweet. So that's your McLaren. I think we got a Rexy back there too. It's going to be pretty exciting. Let's set this aside for a second. I think this is an older one too, and I thought this one was kind of interesting. This says Spark Petite 64, sparkmodel.com. And it says produced by Minimax, Import Export, made in China, ages 3+. It's interesting to see ages 3+. Usually it says like 14+ in these models. This is a Nissan DeltaWing, which, I don't know, I think this raced in, I'm not sure what it raced in actually, I can't remember now. But it is a Nissan DeltaWing, which is a very interesting design car. It looks almost like it would be a three-wheeled car, but it's not. It's got two in the front there. Very experimental vehicle. Is this base actually metal or plastic? I think it's actually metal. Maybe it is plastic. I don't know. I can't really tell. The tires are actually, on this particular model, are plastic. It does roll, which is kind of interesting. But yeah, these are plastic wheels. Lots of detail on the thing, and definitely an interesting piece. So I guess Le Mans. There you go. Raced in Le Mans. At some point. Number 0 is some sort of prototype car. Very interesting. It's got like a turtle head, is what that looks like. Pretty funny. Yeah, it is a two-seater. Sort of, barely, it looks like. Someone could sit there, the driver sits there, and it looks like you could fit a passenger next door. Kind of a weird car, kind of an interesting model, and the only one I know of in 1/64 scale, so that is kind of neat and kind of right up my alley. So like I said, they do typically specialize in racing vehicles. Next, before we jump into the 911s, let's take a look at this one. This is a Porsche Penske Motorsport Le Mans 24 hours from 2023, the Porsche 963. And peel off the plastic. These are all licensed models, by the way. In case you did not know or were wondering. This one says, yeah, Spark model produced by Maymax. There's nothing about that other company, Toy East, on there, though. Alright, so this one comes in an acrylic case, which is nice. Oh, my goodness. And that took a hard hit, and it appears to have survived. Whoopsie daisy. So, cardboard box, acrylic case, and a cool little, yeah, clockwise to take the car off. Come on. Why is it not wanting to come on? What the heck? Usually it's really easy to do this. I'm like praising this packaging, thinking it's an amazing idea. And then I got one that will not. There it goes. Just a little tight. But yeah, that's the mechanism right there. As you turn it, it kind of like pulls the car down too onto these little peg things. These little spikes. But there's the base. Got the driver's names there. Pretty awesome. And we know it can take a little bit of a beating because I just dropped it flat down like that and nothing, appears like nothing happened to it. It rolls. Very nice. Ooh, maybe that's why this is difficult to pull. This is a metal base, not a plastic base. This is actually metal and is very actually heavy. Yeah, this is definitely plastic there. And I think we were a little confused about this one, but I believe it is plastic. This one, however, is metal, and it's screwed together instead of riveted. So lots of detail on this thing. I mean, look at it. Quite detailed. And I think Spark models used to be a little bit cheaper, but now that they're metal on metal, they're a little bit more expensive. Very colorful livery. And again, it rolls really nice, and it's got a really nice weight to it, and it is quite a bit of detail in there. So it looks like if we can get close up, we can kind of tell maybe hypercar. It looks like it uses kind of decals and then it's clear coated over is how it appears that the graphics are put on. And they look pretty good. Overall, pretty cool model. Get that Porsche Le Mans prototype car. Alright, so there's that. We'll set that there. Next, we'll take a peek at this guy. This is the coloring competition. Porsche Sparky Singapore Final PCCA 2015. Pretty nifty. Get this guy open. The coloring competition. Decorate a Porsche with color. See this one. Oh yeah, clockwise. It's forever going to be weird to me. And this one has a... And their plastic is really hard to tell if it's plastic, but it's definitely this is plastic. I should be able to just tell by the weight. And this one's not much of a roller at all. Graphic-wise, I mean, it does look nice. It looks really cool. Sparky coloring competition. Well, it's kind of a nifty idea, I guess. Kind of a cool livery for a Porsche. But yeah, it does not want to, doesn't roll. These are very brightly colored rims. Wow. Red, borderline orange. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty nifty. It's pretty nifty. What do you guys think? It's got... it's all right. It doesn't roll though, so if rolling matters to you, this isn't going to be something that you're really going to like. All right, moving on to these guys. We've got these Porsches. These are 911 RSRs. We've got the Iron Names in like a magenta pinkish, and then we got the Project 1 AO Racing Rexy. Let's take a look at this one first. So these might have, since they're in this particular packaging, these both might have metal bases. And I'm interested to see what this one's going to look like, because they're starting to package, this is like mini GT packaging, basically. So, let's see what we got here. Let's open up this. Let's try not to drop it on the ground this time. I do love these bases. I think that they're cool, even though this one might be a little hard to pull off. Let's see. Nope, nice and easy. But it is metal. It's definitely metal. I can tell right away, just by the weight. And it does roll. However, not that great. One of the tires looks to be a little bit crooked. It's probably fixable, but we don't need to mess with it right now. And quite a bit of detail on this pretty awesome looking Porsche. So, Iron Dames. Porsche from Le Mans, 24-hour 2023. Porsche RSR. What a cool looking Porsche. Very, very cool. The wing is gotta be very, very fragile. It's so thin. Look at that thing. It's very, very thin. The graphics look fantastic. The vehicle itself looks fantastic. Not much to complain about there, but the star of the show probably is going to be this guy, this AO Racing. So this is the RSR. What was the other one? The Mini GT one's not the same car. It's a, I can't remember off the top of my head. Someone will answer in the comments the difference between this one and the Mini GT. They are actually different cars. So this is the RSR. Let's go ahead and again, this is a metal base. Same casting as this guy. But this has got all the cool Rexiness to it. What a great livery. Bright, colorful, playful. Pretty cool. It does not want to roll. This one does not want to roll. The front tires do not want to move. Honestly, that makes no difference to me. I'd rather have a correct stance than a roller. When it has a correct stance and it rolls, that is a bonus to me. These are riveted together, but do have metal bases. Same casting though, same everything, just really cool. Really, really cool. I like that one a lot. I'd highly recommend getting some Sparky. They're getting to be a little bit pricier than they used to be. They used to be not very expensive. They were almost like $10, $12, but that's when they were like this, which is not bad either. This has a plastic base, kind of decals on it, and then now they're kind of like, I guess they still use decals, but now metal base and stuff like that, they're a little bit more expensive. But still kind of, I would guess, Mini GT quality, so they are a little bit pricier than that. I guess the only reason to get a Sparky is if it's not available as a Mini GT. That's the kind of attitude I would have about this brand at this point. Maybe they'll separate themselves even more as time goes on. I don't know. But now they are owned by Toy East, I think, is the story. And we're getting stuff like this in that type of box. The box looks pretty cool. And this is just a straight street car, right? Porsche 944 Turbo. So we got all race cars except for this one. 944 Turbo. Alright, so box with clamshell. Love that combination. And I dropped it, of course. And it rolls. And it does look beautiful, actually. Man, this car is a beauty. in red. And it's got a metal base, and it's got that keyed bottom to it. So it would probably fit on one of these bases. I shouldn't probably do it, but yeah, all metal, up and down, metal. It looks like the headlights are a separate like piece, so maybe they can make this with the headlights up. This is what it looks like. They're not movable, so it's not like you can move them up. Glass looks nice and pretty clear. Although it's hard to tell how cloudy it is until you really get it under the zoomed-in camera, but it looks pretty good. Lights in the back are color blocked. No plate on the back. Looks pretty darn good. The back like window trim here where the spoiler is actually, I think, part of the window piece. They just painted it. But it works, and it looks pretty awesome. I mean, probably the best version I know of this particular 944 in 1/64 scale. I'm not really aware of anyone that's better. Mini GT has not made this model. They do a lot of Porsches, but they have not done a 944. Don't know if they're ever going to, but I would say I'm definitely satisfied with this little gem. I think it's pretty awesome. So you guys let me know what you think in the comments below of Sparky or Spark as a brand. I think they're pretty interesting, and like I said, if you can get something from them that's not made by anybody else, that's kind of where they would sit for me as to why I would pick them up. Like that DeltaWing, you know, nobody makes that, the Project 1 car. The Mini GT is a different one, which looks fantastic too, but, you know, stuff like that. That McLaren, actually, I don't think anybody else makes this particular car in 1/64 either that I'm aware of. So, yeah, this is what you've got, and I think they do a pretty good job. So you guys let me know what you think, of course. And this will be in the Premium Import Diecast playlist, so you can check that out if you want to see more content regarding very premium-looking cars. You're welcome to check that out. I would appreciate it. And thank you guys very much for watching. Have yourself a good day.